Alright, hello folks, Verondo here again, and this is, once again, Linkrealms. I would like to give you a tutorial here today of how to get started in cooking. In my last tutorial, getting started, you had juiced a lot of tomatoes over here in these newbie tomato farms. So, juiced a lot of tomatoes and everything, and maxed out your cooking skill on that one probably, and that got your cooking skill up to 0.5. So that's not a lot, but that's just enough to get started over here. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to head right on over here to the public farms. I'll just show you where those are at real quick, and then we can get on started with cooking. When you come over this way, make sure that you bring your juicer with you. Don't leave it in the bank. It's very useful to have early on. So, and we'll need it to get our cooking skill up further. So, right over down this path, and then we'll be in the public farm area. Now, all of the all of the plants in here are free for you to use if you want some watermelons, pumpkins, whatever. That's the first two you can see. There's some corn up here, and there's some green grapes over there. So you're free to use any of this that you can. So, have at it. The first thing we want, however, is these green grapes over here. So just come to the bottom part of the vine right here. Can't harvest it from up there. It has to be right here. Double click on it, and we've got some grapes. So go ahead and just harvest as much of these grapes as you can. I think you'll need 20 or 30 grapes or so to get yourself up to level 3. So we'll just open up the inventory. We have some green grapes here. You just want to double click your juicer, click on the green grapes, and you have green grape juice. So harvest as many green grapes as you can from here, and then just make it all into juice. And you want to pretty much keep going, keep making green grape juice. If you see the green grape juice right here, it doesn't actually heal for anything, unlike tomato juice. So you want to make green grape juice so you can level it up. You'll get yourself up to about level 3 with that, and then once you're done, stop using your green grapes because green grape juice is not that useful. So once you get your skill up to level 3, you want to come right over here to this nice beautiful wheat field. Now all of this wheat right here that's yellow, it's all ready to harvest, and just have fun with it. The green, can't harvest that yet, so just double click on the wheat. That'll drop some wheat right there, and then you actually have to pick up these bundles. So once again, hold control, and you can drag that right into your inventory. Or what you can also do, if you don't want to put that in your inventory, you can actually just drag it right on top of yourself. And that way it'll automatically stack inside your inventory. So if you see a whole field like this, go ahead and collect it all if you can. However, there's one thing you want to be aware of, is that wheat is very heavy. So let's see, there's 3 wheat sheaves here. I'm holding 79 pounds, and I put this in here. And now, yep, there's 1 pound there. There's an extra 2 pounds there. And so pretty soon I will be over encumbered. And I've only gotten this, yeah. I'm over encumbered right now. You can see it's in the red, and I've only gotten this one corner done, let alone the rest of this field. So there's actually a trick you can do with that. Once I'm over here, if you can actually get all of this wheat in your inventory, and just like, okay, so this wheat weighs a lot. So you hold in control, drag this as if you're going to drop this out, and if you look at my space down there, I can walk again. So I can actually just walk, hold this in, and you can actually just hold on to the wheat as you move. So what you want to do once you get the wheat is come right on over here to this milling stone here, put the wheat back in my inventory, and then you just double click the milling stone, click on the wheat, and we'll make flour. So when you first start, of course, you'll be filling a lot. That's alright, just make all of this wheat into flour. Wheat by itself doesn't do you any good, so pretty much any wheat you get needs to be flour. So go ahead and make a whole bunch of that. And then, once you have flour, the next thing you'll want to do is actually make it into dough. But we need a bowl for that. So come over here to this nice lady here, and she should have a wooden bowl for you. Wood mixing bowl right there. So you want to buy one of those. I already have one, so I'm not going to buy it right now. But yeah, once you have one of those, double click your mixing bowl, and then it brings up the recipes that are accessible to you with the bowl. So we want to make dough, and all that requires is flour. If you see there's a recipe here, it'll have the ingredients here. So say if we wanted a taco, we would need all of these materials. But when you first start, your level's not going to be, well, you only need level 2, so you could, but wait on tacos for a little while because it's not going to be a very good chance. Just stick with dough for a while, and just go ahead and make all of your flour into dough. Like I said, you won't really need the flour for a while, but you will need lots and lots of dough. So go ahead and make all of that in. Oh, can't click on it too fast. It doesn't like you to do that, so it'll make you wait a little bit, but you can get a nice good rhythm going, so you can get it pretty quickly. So make that a bunch into dough, and then the next thing you'll want to make, once you have plenty of dough, you'll actually be able to scale up on that, and then you'll want to make wheat bread. And this you'll be able to use to make sandwiches, French bread, or not French bread, sorry, French toast, marmalade toast if you have oranges. So you use this wheat bread for a lot of things later on. So make all of your dough into wheat bread. Alright, so once you're done making the wheat bread here, then you can pretty much kind of go through here and see what else you want to make actually. The recipes that are in green here, these are the ones that I have already mastered, so you can see that I've been working on my cooking skill for quite a while. So the ones in white will be the ones you can still get experience from, so for me that will be baked turkeys, and looks like pale pumpkin pie, so I'll be making one of those too. Whereas you guys can start down here, tortillas. You need corn flour for that. That requires you to harvest corn, hold it in your inventory for 24 hours, set it down, it'll turn into dried corn, and then you can pick it back up, grind it with a milling stone, you can make corn flour from that. So in case you're wondering how you get corn flour, that's how you do it. So fried eggs, all you need is raw eggs. Now the raw eggs, you'll have to go kind of, open these doors. Alright, these little chickens over here, don't kill them for their eggs, that doesn't work. Occasionally you can look around and there will be a nest on the ground. I don't see any nest around right now, so in case they haven't laid any eggs recently. But if you find the nest, just go up to it, double click on it, you can steal the eggs out of it, and use those. And that's how you can use that for making, you know, raw eggs, French toast, I think spaghetti as well. Or you can also go to the rancher over down south of the bank. He'll have southeast of the bank, I think. But yes, he'll also have eggs for sale for 2 argents each if you really want to. So, but yes, I'm actually going to try making some baked turkeys. See, there we go. And that one will actually, in theory, give me experience for it, but I don't see any experience right now. Let's try some pale pumpkin pie. Oh, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, that's a very nice item. Okay, so that should give you a good a good start on cooking. Like I say, you can just go over here, collect as much food as you can from these farms, and then just come over here and see which recipes you can make from it. Just find something. You also want to check for something like right here, my baked turkey gives me an 89% chance of success. You want to find something that has a good chance of success because you get more experience from a success than from a failure. You can still get experience from failing at cooking, but it'll take more tries to get the experience from it rather than something that gives you a success. So try to get the one that has the closest chance of success and one that you can easily get the ingredients from. Those are the 2 main tips that I have for you. So, and you also have these recipes available to you here. You can make tacos once you get those tortillas in. And let's see, grape jelly requires purple grapes, which you have to grow in a realm, so those might be more difficult to get. So you could probably skip that one. Just like oranges also have to be grown in a realm. And sandwiches are also pretty good too. So, but yeah, so just go ahead and look around, see what you need. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll try to help you the best I can. Until later then, have fun, take care, and goodbye. Hello again. One other thing that I wanted to add about cooking is if you look right in here at the stove, this is something that's kind of confusing because the name's steak right here requires raw steak. What that's actually saying is it actually requires raw meat and it makes cooked meat. So it'll just say meat when you cook it. This is steak right here. So I cook it, that's what it adds right there. So that's something that's very confusing for new players early on because some recipes will require raw steak or raw meat or something like that, and then or actual cooked meat, and you're like looking at it, okay, where's the cooked meat at? Cooked meat is steak. It's the same thing. So there's that, and then also for drumsticks here, raw drumsticks, that you get from killing these chickens out there. Kill the chicken, you get 2 raw drumsticks. So, okay, so once again, that's all I had, so have fun, take care, and goodbye.